Broken boys, lost respect, and the collapse of the village. How we got here and how do we fix it? Why don't men know how to treat women anymore? Well, the uncomfortable truth is because the village that once raised honorable men is collapsing and no one wants to admit it. We live in a world today where many mothers often unintentionally are raising sons to believe that masculinity is a problem. We live in a world where many fathers have left their homes either by choice or circumstance, leaving their sons with no real model of how a man behaves, loves, leads, and respects. And now we wonder why respect, honor, and family values are dying. How do we get here? Well, dads left home, whether through abandonment, divorce, or a slow drift of apathy. Too many fathers have walked away from their sons, their daughters, and their responsibilities. When a boy grows up without a father figure actively teaching, correcting, and leading him, he searches for manhood elsewhere. The media, friends, influences, rarely the right places. He grows up guessing what it means to be a man. And often he guesses wrong. Moms have to overcompensate and overcorrect it. Single mothers are superheroes in many ways. But in trying to fill both holes, many unknowingly send the wrong message. Oh, you don't need a man. Be tough. Don't rely on anyone. These are survival lessons, not life lessons. And when boys are raised hearing that men are not needed, instead of being taught how to be needed, be responsible, be honorable, they learn to detach from their natural role as leaders, protectors, and providers. Society demonizes masculinity. The culture started telling young men that masculinity is toxic, that being strong, assertive, protective, or even wanting to lead is bad. Instead of teaching healthy manhood, we throw manhood itself into the garbage. And boys, they adapted. They became passive, confused, and emotionally weak. Or, on the opposite end, they became aggressive, resentful, and lost. Families and communities stopped mentoring. Once upon a time, if a father wasn't around, the uncle, the grandfather, the neighbor, the coach, the community stepped in. Not everyone is too busy. Everyone is staying out of it. I grew up with my dad being in the military and traveling throughout the country when I was growing up in Greece. And my family friends, my relatives stepped up and filled my father's role to keep me in line, to keep me checked, to keep me responsible, to be respectful. Without that, boys drift without anchors. Girls grow up without examples of what to expect and accept it. We are a broken generation. That's the result. We now have a generation where many young men don't know how to treat a woman with respect, dignity, and protection. They don't know how to lead a family with love and strength. They don't know how to balance strength and tenderness. They don't even know their own role in society. And many are afraid to step in. And women, many are hurt, confused, frustrated, wondering where all the good men went. Well, how do we break this cycle? It's not hopeless, but it will require humanity, humility, commitment, and a return that works back to family, faith, community, respect, and honor. Fathers have to be men again. If you're a father, married, divorced, separated, or anything else, your responsibility to your children never ends. Raise your sons with discipline, example, and love. Teach them that a real man protects, respects, provides, and leads, even when it's hard. Being present is more important than being perfect. If you made mistakes, it's not too late to show your kids that accountability counts and what accountability looks like. Mothers, empower masculinity. Don't erase it. You are raising sons who someday they will become men. They don't need to be taught that women are superior or that they are less than because they are males. They need to be taught how to lead with respect, how to honor women, and how to live with strength and kindness. Encourage them to be strong physically, mentally, emotionally, but also self-controlled, respectful, and humble. Teach your daughters to have standards, to demand respect, and to recognize a good man when they see one. How about the community? Well, we gotta mentor the lost boys. Coaches, pastors, teachers, neighbors. Stop sitting on the sidelines. If you see a boy who needs guidance, give it. It doesn't matter if he's not your biological child. He's still part of the village. Boys who are mentored don't fall so easily to crime, hopelessness, or disrespect. They rise above. We have to stop shaming traditional values. Family is not old-fashioned. Respect is not outdated. Masculinity, when healthy, is not toxic. It's vital. We need strong fathers. We need strong mothers. We need masculine men and feminine women. We need respect between the two, not division. Strength and softness, leadership and nurture, logic and emotion. These were meant to complement one another, not to compete. Don't forget, it takes a village. Yes, it does take a village to raise a child, but a village must be strong, clear, and committed. A village must not mock manhood. Don't forget, it takes a village. Yes, it does take a village to raise a child, but a village must be strong, clear, and committed. A village that mocks manhood, disrespects womanhood, and tears down the family will only raise broken children. It's time to rebuild the village. It's time to raise men who know how to treat women and women who know their worth. It's time to restore honor, respect, and community. Because if we don't, oh boy, we will lose not just our boys and girls, we will lose our future.